Welcome, pre-algebra students, to another episode of Mr. Chow Time. Here we go. Solving multi-step equations and inequalities. So a multi-step is something that takes multiple operations of undoing to get the variable isolated. So let's take a look at an example of what that means. Let's say that X represents the Science Museum's entry fee, how much money it takes to get into the Science Museum. Okay, so here's the Science Museum. And this expression, 20 times x plus 2.5, represents the total cost for a group of students that I'm taking, perhaps a group of 20. Suppose that, or maybe not, maybe it's something else, who knows. Anyway, suppose that 15 of the students want to go on a different field trip to the art museum. So, they want to go here. This is supposed to be an A. Go to the art museum. Oh my goodness, that doesn't matter. All right, so the art museum, the entry fee is twice that of the Science Museum. So that's going to be 2x, right? And there is a fee of $1 for the audio tour, where they give you like the headphones and you walk around and you can hear people say things. If the total cost for the students is the same at both museums, so for the kids who are going to the Science Museum, those are people, and the people that are going to the art museum, those costs are the same, then we can put an equal sign in between those two expressions. This is not right. This is supposed to be a plus. All right. So let's say we want to solve this. Let's solve it. This is a equation that in order to isolate the x, at the end we wanted to just to say x equals something, right? In order to get that, we're going to need to do a few steps. And so that's what a multi-step equation is. So we can't separate this 20 times x plus 2.5 because of the parentheses, which means the first thing we need to do is to distribute these terms. So this would be 20x plus 50 equals 30x plus 15. So now that we've distributed, we can start moving some things around. We want to get the x by itself, right? So I'm going to subtract 20x so that we can get the x out of one side of the equation, leaving just 50. This side is going to have 10x left plus 15. Now I'm going to want to get all the numbers from this side over to this side on the left. So can you guys see my mouse? Anyway, so I'm going to subtract 15 from both sides. So that's going to give me 35 equals 10x. Then I will divide by 10 to get rid of this multiplied by 10, right? 10x means 10 times x. So I'm going to divide by 10 to undo that, to get rid of that. So that gives me 3.5 equals x, which is $3.50 in the United States, or any place that uses dollar and cents. It could be Europe or I don't know where else uses dollars and cents. So check your solution. What we'll want to do is we'll take this 350 and we'll plug it back into the equation. So this is 20 times 3.5 plus 2.5 equals 15 times 2 times 3.5 plus 1. So this is 6 times 20. And on this side, we have 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 times 15. Is this right? I hope so. Okay, so this is going to be 120. And 15 times 8. Yeah, it is 120. Great. And that's how you check your work. Your turn. Welcome back. All right, so first we'll distribute this to be 18m plus 18 equals 12m plus 12. Then we will subtract 12m from both sides and get 12 equals 6m plus 18 minus 18 on both sides, and get negative 6 equals 6m divided by 6 on both sides. Negative 1 equals m. Hooray! Now, not all equations are going to give you an answer. Sometimes an equation or inequality will not give you an answer, and that is called an empty set. That is what you will write. If the equation ends up not having a solution, you'll write empty set, or you can write null set, either way. If what you get is something that is true, but always true, and the variable essentially just disappears, or it's just the variable equals the variable, then it's true for every value. And that's called an identity. And I'll show you what that looks like right now. So let's solve this. Here we would distribute, right? So this would be 3y minus 15 plus 25 equals 3y plus 10. Oops. So here we take negative 15 plus 25, and that gives you positive 10. And you can kind of see where this is going already, right? 3y plus 10 equals 3y plus 10. So if we subtract 10 on both sides, then we get 3y equals 3y, and then we divide by 3 on both sides, and that gives you y equals y. And y equals y means that y can be anything, and it would be true. If y is 1, then it's 1 equals 1. If y is 2, then it's 2 equals 2. So this is called an identity, or basically all real numbers. So let's take a look at this one. Here we have a distribution, so that's going to be 4s plus 6 minus 9s equals negative 5s minus 14. All right, so I guess we'll turn this side here to, we'll just combine these two like terms, and that'll give us negative 5s plus 6 equals negative 5s minus 14. And you can kind of already see where this is going, right? If we add, 5s to both sides, then we just get these cancel out, these cancel out. We get negative 14 equals 6. And this is not true, and it will never be true. So this is called a null set, or an empty. Empty set. And that's what you would write for the answer. Okay. Your turn. Welcome back. All right. Negative 6r minus 8 equals negative 5r minus 8 minus r. So this is negative 6r minus 8 equals negative 6r minus 8. And you can kind of just stop here. You can see that both sides are equal to each other. So it's going to end up being an identity. Okay. Solving a multi-step inequality is similar to solving a multi-step equation. As a first step, you can use the distributive property to remove groupings if you need to. So we're going to do that. We're going to distribute this 4 to this x, and negative 3 is greater than 6. And then we'll just add 12 on both sides to get 4x is greater than 18. Divide by 4 on both sides and get x is, what is that, 4 and a half? Did I do that right? It's usually not fractions, but it's okay if there is. Okay, your turn. Welcome back. 4b minus 12 is less than or equal to 72 plus 12 on both sides, 84. That's a it's a horrible less than sign. And this side we have 4b, divide by 4 on both sides. B is less than or equal to 21. Okay, let's say that Jay's parents, they've budgeted at the very most $5,750 for his birthday party. The cost of the party room that they rent out, wherever that is $750. How much can the family spend per guest on food if each guest receives a $50 gift? So, at most, this is important information, right? The parents have budgeted at most $5,750. So 5,750, whatever is on this side of the inequality symbol is going to be smaller than or equal to 5,750, right? So what is it going to be? It's the number of guests. So something that we need to know is how much they spend on each guest for food. So we'll just say F is equal to money spent per guest. And there's going to be 40 guests. So we're going to multiply that by F. And then we're going to add 40 times 50 for the gifts. And then we're going to add to that $750. Okay. So I guess we can, before we start moving anything around, let's just combine all of these terms here. So this is going to be 2,000 plus 750. So this is 2,750. So we can just subtract 2,750 from this side and this side. And we'll get 3,000. Then we'll divide by 40. And I'm going to move over here. F is going to be less than or equal to 40. 4 goes into 37 times with 20 left over, and then 5. $75 is how much they can spend on food per guest. Your turn. Let's say that Luca recycled 7 kilograms less than the amount that Jason recycled. And let's say that Nina recycled 3 times the amount that Luca recycled. If they recycled a total of 53 kilograms, how many kilograms did Luca recycle? So, 3 kilograms less than Jason. So there's Luca, there's Jason, and there's Nina, right? And Luca recycled 3 kilograms less than Jason. So Jason minus 3, oops, that's a S. I can do this. 3 equals Luca, right? And Nina recycled 3 times the amount that Luca recycled. 3 times the amount. 3 times the amount that Luca did. And if we add all of these together, it would be 53. But first, what we should do is we should get all of these letters to be the same letter. We're going to do that with substitution. So, let's see. How do we want to do that? We can substitute. Well, both of them have L's. So, no, I don't want to do that. Why don't we add 3, I should have moved. Can I move it now? No, I just write it over here. N equals 3L. Okay. So what I want to do then is no, we don't have to. It's okay. So it's L plus J plus N equals 53, right? And so L is the same thing as J minus 3. And then we can just add a J to that. And then N is the same thing as 3L plus 3L equals 53. Now we still have an L here, so we want to replace this L with also J minus 3, right? So J minus 3, that's for Luca, plus J, plus 3 times L, which is J minus 3, equals 53. So now we can start combining terms here. So first we'll want to distribute this. So this will be 3J minus 3 plus J minus 3. And then, so we have 1, 2, and then 3 J's here. So that's 5 total J's. And then we have a minus 3 and another minus 3. So that's minus 6. 5J minus 6 equals 53. So add 6 to both sides. 5J equals 59. 59? Did I do something wrong here? Yes, I did, because 3 times 3 is actually negative 9. Yeah, so this is actually negative 12, which means we should have made this negative 12, which means we should have added 12 on both sides, and this should actually be 65. So we're going to divide both by 65, and we'll get 113. Is that right? I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit worried that I did this wrong. So let's just check our answer. Let's put, so Luca recycled 3 kilograms less than Jason, right? So if Jason did 13, then Luca did 10. And then Nina did 3 times the amount Luca recycled. 3 times the amount Luca, so that's 30. So that's 53. Okay. So how many kilograms did Luca recycle? 10 kilograms. Well done, Luca. That's a ton of recycling. Well done, all of you. Okay. Here's your must-do. Enjoy.